President Buhari swears in Ariwola as Chief Justice of Nigeria following Tanko Mohammed's resignation. Residents to obtain gun for self-defense. Sends voters exercise. Many thanks for joining us on News Now this evening. I am Abisola Adebayo. President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn in Justice Olukayode Ariwola as Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria at the Council's chambers of the State House in Abuja following Justice Tanko Mohammed's resignation. Ariwola, who is the most senior Justice of the Supreme Court, was sworn in at around 3 p.m. in a ceremony which was attended by the Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, among others. Ariwola will now serve in acting capacity until his formal screening and confirmation by the Senate under President Buhari's request. Meanwhile, during the ceremony, President Buhari also conferred on the outgoing CJN with the national honor of Commander of Order of the Niger.
Ariwola Olukayode, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, I will discharge my duties and perform my functions honestly, to the best of my ability, and faithfully in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Individuals in Zamfara State can now obtain guns and other arms to defend themselves against banditry and other criminal activities. This is according to the new directive by the state government, which was announced by the State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Dosara, over the weekend. Dosara says plans have also been concluded to distribute 500 forms to each of the 19 emirates in the state to encourage locals to obtain guns and defend themselves against bandits ravaging their communities. According to the government, the measures becomes necessary following the deteriorating security situation in many parts of the state. Dosara then asked those who are qualified and willing to own guns to reach out to the State Commissioner of Police and obtain gun licenses after satisfying the necessary criteria.
Has henceforth directed individuals to prepare and obtain lawful weapons to defend themselves against the bandits. Although there is an existing law that bans issuance of license to obtain such weapons, people wishing to obtain the weapon are advised to fill forms that will be distributed to each of the 19 emirates of the state, and enough number of such forms have so far been provided for distribution to people wishing to obtain lawful weapons that will be used in defending themselves.
Meanwhile, reactions have continued to trail Zamfara state government's decision to allow the residents of the state to obtain guns to defend themselves against terrorists attacking defenseless citizens in the state. While some have condemned the government's decision, others have applauded the step, calling it a step in the right direction. Well, I'm now being joined on the news by security expert Dennis Amakre, who joins us via Skype from the United States. Thank you very much for joining us on the news. So the fact that the Zamfara state government is now asking citizens to obtain licenses and purchase arms, what is your reaction to that? Would you say that this is a step in the right direction?
I don't think it's a step in the right direction. It is, you know, there is still a ban on individuals to own and carry firearms. And for the governor to go ahead and say that they should go ahead and license themselves and get guns, I think it just underscores the level of insecurity and desperation in that state. The governor, I feel, is helpless now because he felt that if he cannot get the necessary help, then he should ask everybody to carry guns. But that's a step in the wrong direction.
Well, some people are of the opinion that the government exists to protect the lives and properties of citizens, that the fundamental job of the government is security. So they believe that what the Zamfara state government has done, basically, is surrendering to the bandits. How would you react to that?
Not necessarily, because what is happening is that we have security agencies, we have the military, we have law enforcement officers, the Department of State Services is there, and they are all working towards the security of the state and, of course, indeed, of the country. But if, as we have the spike in insecurity in Zamfara, what I expect the governor to do is to re-strategize and then, of course, get to talk with the police, the DSS, and the army, and, of course, the money that he's going to spend on buying weapons for citizens or whoever, um, he should spend on the security agents. Because, you know, what is he going to use now? Is he going to buy a Dane gun for people to now fight against terrorists? Or is he going to buy a pistol to fight against terrorists? They are carrying, the least gun they are carrying is AK-47. And one AK-47 right now is more than 500,000 naira, you know. So is he ready to spend that kind of money for the 9,500 people that he has already got forms for? So it is very, very difficult. I don't think is the right thing to do.
Indeed. Security expert Dennis Amakri, thank you for joining us on the news and thank you for your contributions. The Chief of Defense Staff General Loki Irabo has said that the Zamfara Governor Bello Matawale lacks the powers to instruct the Commissioner of Police of the state to issue gun licenses to the public. This comes as the state government ordered a directive mandating individuals to prepare and obtain guns to defend themselves against bandits. Speaking in an interview at the joint exercise for the National Defense College and War Colleges of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, codenamed Exercise Grand National in Abuja, General Irabo expressed his disapproval at the measures taken by Governor Matawale to secure his state against insurgency. The CDS also faulted the directive, asserting that the first citizen of the state failed to use the available resources at his disposal to mitigate the insecurity issues within his domain.
Well, I'm yet to get the details, but I do not think that that's the right way to go. There are members of the armed forces, the police, and other security agencies. We equally have vigilantes in Zamfara. The basis for asking for citizens to bear arms, I'm yet to know. I believe that the Attorney General of the Federation will look at the Constitution and what the laws say and what the powers of the executive governor is to be able to do this. But I believe that that, in my view, is not the right way to go. There are, of course, actions that members of the security agencies, the armed forces in particular, the police and other security agencies that are doing in conducting in Zamfara state and environs. I believe that that should. Beyond that, of course, there are other, legal issues, other issues of governance, other issues that the governor, I believe, could have addressed using the instrumentality of the laws that are available for, to bring greater peace and security. If what I read is true, I do not also think that the governor has the powers to instruct the Commissioner of Police to issue licenses, because the Commissioner of Police does not have the powers to issue licenses. Anyway, like I said, the Attorney General will say much about it.
Now to Electoral Matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed that it would extend the June 30th deadline for the ongoing continuous voters registration. INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu made this known at the Youth Vote Count concert at the Old Parade Ground in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Addressing the crowd of youth at the concert, the INEC boss, however, did not mention how long the extension would last. There is details in this next report. In a bid to get ample time to prepare for the 2023 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had earlier decided to end voters' registration exercise in the country by June 30th. However, this decision by the electoral umpire was met with serious condemnation, with some saying INEC is trying to infringe on the right of Nigerians to vote. At this awareness rally organized by INEC in partnership with the European Union Support to Democratic Governance in Nigeria, INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu announced an indefinite extension of the ongoing voters' registration exercise.
On behalf of INEC, let me assure you, we know the end for as long as we have new people trying to register to obtain our TVC, we'll continue to register you, and we'll continue to make sure that you get your TVC. Here in this place, there are 50 voter registration machines. 2 weeks ago, we declared more machines in the state. More machines left yesterday, and more machines are leaving today, all over the country.
Yakubu promised to ensure that the 2023 general election would be the best polls ever conducted, assuring Nigerians that their votes would count in every election in the country.
For those of you who registered on what we call the INEC results viewing portal, you are seeing the results from the polling unit on election day notification. If it was good, or think it's going to be better, 2023 will be the best. Your vote will count. But for those who have not registered, are you promising me that you will register? Are you promising me that you will collect your PVC? Are you promising me that you will vote? Are you promising me that you will vote peacefully? Are you assuring me that you will not sell your vote? We promise you that your vote will count.
The Youth Vote Count concert, which had in attendance celebrities and superstars like Two-Face Idibia, Omawumi, Dotun, among others, was designed to mobilize the youth for the ongoing nationwide CVR exercise. Attendants at the event lauded the initiative as well as INEC's effort to ensure Nigerians get their PVCs ahead of the election.
Since after 5, I've been here and trying to be on a queue from one step to another. But to crown it all, I thank God that finally I succeeded and I've gotten my PVC.
No, I thank God. I sincerely appreciate INEC. They are doing well. The way organize it, they put chairs for us, the canopy, there is shade for us to sit, and the cube is moving fast. No matter how cube is, but it's moving fast. So much thank God for it.
The experience of getting this PVC has been a whole lot for me because I've been here for like 4 days, So thank God today I got it, and I'm very happy for the progress and all, But I think INEC still need to improve on this platform because these are the things that we are supposed to do it via online in this our modern technology. Because all these things is stressing us, coming out, queuing, waiting for line, waiting for a whole lot of time. I think it's something that we really need to work on as a country so that life will be easy for everybody, basically.
Although the electoral umpire did not announce how long the extension would last, eligible Nigerians who have been struggling to meet the initial June 30th deadline for registration can now calmly register for their PVCs ahead of the 2023 general elections. Abisola Adebayo, TV360 News. The Supreme Court has struck out President Muhammadu Buhari and the Attorney General of the Federation suit challenging Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act. The case was expunged on the grounds that it lacks the jurisdiction to entertain the suit and is an abuse of court process. The President and his Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, had filed a suit at the Supreme Court seeking an interpretation of the controversial clause in the Electoral Amendment Act of 2022. The Supreme Court held that President Buhari, having assented to the bill, cannot turn around to challenge the same act. In a unanimous judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the court says allowing the suit to have its way will amount to approbating and reprobating at the same time, and no court of law shall allow that.
I cannot but to salute the courage, the industry of my noble Lord for doing justice to this matter. Cases do come. We have filed our reaction, and my noble lords agree with our reactions to the point that this is not the kind of the matter that should be brought to the Supreme Court, particularly where the president happened to be the part of the maker of that law. You can't appropriate at the same time appropriating. You cannot be seen to have done something and at the same time turn around to ask that what you have done should be set aside in this kind of procedure. And I think we thank my Lord for agreeing with us.
The Supreme Court have delivered their judgments, and being the apex court, everybody is bound by it. Unfortunately, the merit of the case was not determined. The objections of the defendant was upheld, where the first and second defendant were held not to have sufficient locus to bring the action and to invoke the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court on the matter. And well, having made that point, they felt there was no need for them to determine the merit of the case, which is on the constitutionality of Section 8412 of the Constitution, of the Electoral Act. So that is it for now. There's nothing anybody can do about it. We are bound by that decision.
We'll take a break now, but still to come, South African police opens investigations into death of 21 teenagers who died in a bar. Details of this story and more right after this break.
Resilience. Look at you. Still standing after adverse politics stop your electric power purchase from powering our city. Still standing after adverse politics denied our city and your government revenue allocation for years. But you diligently turned it around and made our city self-sufficient and left a legacy of urban renewal and prosperity till this day. Now you emerge tops with magnanimity and victory. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, fight for us in the spirit of resiliency to deliver Nigeria from poverty and insecurity. The indomitable economic development agent Nigeria needs. Now, watch this space.
Nigerians, elections are here again. Let us shun violence. Let us play the game according to the rules. Do not be a thug. Say no to violence. Let's rise and defeat violence, crime, and sabotage against the peace of our nation. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must do everything to keep it united. We must avoid any act that promotes hate and disintegration. Say no to separatist movement, terrorism, fake news, hate speech, religious bigotry, and any act that tends to divide us as a nation. Watch out for strange gatherings and suspicious movements. Restrict access to sensitive documents and data, the disclosure of which may damage national security. Educate your staff and family, particularly on measures to safeguard information and report security breaches. Apply relevant legal security guidelines to protect yourself and your neighbors. Due to misinformation and wrong choices, some idle persons resort to vices in their greed to get rich quick. They resort to kidnapping, killings for rituals, and other heinous crimes. Avoid wrong use of the social media. Before you broadcast that false message, think twice. Ask whether it will promote peace or violence. For safety at home, still be security conscious. Educate your household on safety tips. Report all suspicious movements and persons to the security agencies nearest to you. Be a good citizen. Be patriotic. To pass security information, please call 0813-222-2105, 0915-339-1309, 0908-837-3514, or send a mail to dsspr@dss.gov.ng. This message is from the Department of State Services, DSS.
Welcome back. Here is a recap of some of our top stories tonight. President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn in Justice Olukayode Ariwola as Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria at the Council Chambers of the State House in Abuja following Justice Tanko Mohammed's resignation. Ariwola, who is the most senior justice of the Supreme Court, was sworn in at around 3 p.m. in a ceremony which was attended by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation Boss Mustafa, among others. He will now serve in acting capacity until his formal screening and confirmation by the Senate under President Buhari's request. We also told you that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed that it would extend the June 30th deadline for the ongoing continuous voters registration. INEC Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu made this known at the Youth Vote Count concert at the Old Parade Ground in Abuja. Addressing the crowd of youth at the concert, the INEC boss, however, did not mention how long the extension would last. Well, in case you missed any of our news bulletin or for more updates, do log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. The Africa Development Bank, AFDB, has disclosed its plans to invest $3 billion over a period of 10 years to end vaccine dependency across the African continent. The plan, which includes a new pharmaceutical center for research, development and manufacturing based in Rwanda's capital, Kigali, will also help patent and license African-made medicines and support government to navigate the intellectual property rights to global vaccines and medicines. It follows a recent World Trade Organization's announcement of a partial waiver on coronavirus vaccine patents, allowing select developing countries to produce the jabs. The U.S. Center for Disease Control, CDC, on Monday has listed 4 countries in southern Indiana, including the country's capital, Washington, as having a high community risk of spreading the coronavirus infection. However, 14 other countries, which includes Bartholomew, Blackford, and Clark, among others, were listed as medium risk. Meanwhile, for the past 7 days, Indiana reported 49 coronavirus deaths and 8,917 new infections. Well, we'll take a break now and return with business stories. Please stay with us.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On Digi360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians are saying in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
Digi360, dissecting the issues.
Nigeria's electricity generation peaked at 3,629 megawatts on Sunday, representing a 2.6% decline compared to the previous day. This is according to information from the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Meanwhile, off-peak generation improved by 10.9% and total generated power by 4.8%, with supplied energy recording an increase by 5.1% on Monday when compared to the previous day. Despite the improvement, electricity generation and supply in Nigeria is still largely below the minimum 105,000 megawatts per hour of electricity required to record stable power supply in the country. The World Bank has warned that fuel shortage and rising inflation will likely restrain economic growth in the country. This was disclosed in the June 2022 edition of its Global Economic Prospects report. The financial institution had projected that Nigeria's economy would grow by 3.4% in 2022, but declined to 3.2% in 2023 and 2024, adding that the growth will be driven by elevated oil prices, recovery in agricultural and manufacturing, and structural reforms. Meanwhile, the National Bureau of Statistics has reported a 3.11% growth for the first quarter of 2022, which is less than the World Bank's growth projection for Nigeria. Well, we'll take another break now and return with a review of the stock market. Equities trading at the Nigerian Stock Exchange Limited (NGX) begins the week on a positive note as investors resume buy interest on medium and large capitalized stocks. Specifically, the all-share index increased by 0.50% to close at 51,962 basis points, while the market capitalization closed at 28 trillion naira. Moving on the list of stocks that made the market retain positive sentiment, we have EcoBank Transnational Incorporated and John Alt. They recorded a combined 1 naira 1 kobo gain. On the flip side, that's the losers list for today. PZ Cussons and Etana led the losers counter as they recorded a combined 1 naira 94.5 kobo loss. Our market summary sees a total volume of 266 million units of shares valued at 2 billion naira, exchanging hands in 5,050 deals. Well, it's a good start for the Nigerian equities market. Hopefully, things will continue this way till the end of the week. Moving on to the foreign scene, the FTSE, the Dow Jones, and the Nikkei are all in the positive territory. The FTSE recording a 0.69% increase, and the Dow Jones recording a 0.034% increase. Meanwhile, Japan stocks Nikkei closed in 1.43% increase at the end of trading. That's all on stock market report. Moving on to the foreign scene, police in South Africa have been combing a township tavern for evidence on Monday after the mysterious death of 21 teenagers after a night out. Most of the victims were found dead inside a popular bar in the southern city of East London, alongside others who later died after being taken to the hospital. Officials say the incident is suspected to be a case of underage drinking that went tragically wrong as the victims bore no visible signs of injury. Meanwhile, autopsies are being conducted to see if the death could be linked to poisoning, and forensic analysis will be conducted later in the week. Well, it's time for entertainment reports on News Now.
It was a night of pride for the country at the 2022 Black Entertainment Television BET Awards ceremony, which was held on Sunday night at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, as Nigerian artists stole the spotlight. Talented singer Temilade Okpeniyi Tems beat 8 others to clinch the award for Best International Act. Wizkid's Essence, featuring Tems and Justin Bieber, also clinched the Best Collaboration Award, making it a double win for the talented female singer. Nigerian producer and singer Phils stole the show at the BET Awards pre-show outdoor event, while singer Fireboy thrilled fans with his electrifying performance at the award ceremony on Sunday night. Nollywood actress Caroline Hutchins has denied allegations that she falsified her age. Hutchins, who celebrated her 35th birthday on Sunday, went under fire as netizens claimed she was actually 46. The Real Housewives of Lagos star slammed her critics on Monday, stating that she had no reason to lie about her age. Sharing a picture of herself, her mom, and her child on her Instagram page, she noted that her mother was in her 50s, so she can't be celebrating 46 years on planet Earth. In her rant, the actress mentioned that she doesn't need to be an old woman to achieve anything and that success and luck comes to anyone when it is their time. And that's all we have on the entertainment segment of News Now.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria have landed in Rabat, Morocco ahead of the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations. The contingent departed the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos on Monday morning. The Super Falcons will now face title rivals South Africa, Burundi and Botswana in Group C. The four semi-finalists in the competition will run from July 2nd to July 23rd, will compete at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup to be co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. Well, that's the size of our bulletin this evening. Thank you for watching.